What's up, guys? Hope you're having a nice What's up, guys? Had to turn off voice activity on Discord. Otherwise the guys would just laugh at me. But I hope you're having a nice, what is it today? Tuesday evening. Let's see if you have any cool sales since last time. Realized I need to turn off my my other computer. My work computer. 326. That's some nice gold. $326. Pretty good. I have some more stuff coming over, but do I have more sales? Yeah, a couple more mage blood potions. That's nice. Really think that the revered mage blood is very worth it. So I got all the rogue loot, except there's really no rogue loot that I'm here for. Oh, nice, we can buy some Winterfall Echo from a guy in my guild. That's funny. Let's run a scan for BOEs. I'm gonna ask. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Everyone ready to rumble? What's the punctured voodoo dolls worth now? Ah, 5 gold. It's not that bad. The cheapest one is 20 gold. Let's hope I get lucky and get something. Thank you for the follow. See you Bogdan or Q Bogdan. Really appreciate it. Hope you're having a nice Tuesday. The price of Night Slayer belts has finally gone down to like some sort of meaningful level. Finally. Oh, I don't have any consumables on me today. Almost. Just giants. Wow, that's very casual of me. Oh well. I mean, we're still gonna make it, right? This is, after all, just Zul'Gurub. It's not like the hardest instance in the world. Jag kan göra det. Stealth. Hey, Super Bogdan. I hope you're having ganska mycket hordes här. I forgot all of my mongoose in the bank. That's annoying. I guess I'll just use giants to at least get some stats. Jag tar en check till. Nå kan vi gå ut og søvne. Masse lines utenfor. So, we're ready. Let's see, what did I see from the BOE scan here? Nothing I want to buy, really. Personally, I would go with cooking and inscription. So that's what I had most. It depends on the realm. Like cooking for sure on pretty much every realm. High sale rate, easy to get into. And then for the other, I like inscription because there's not too much upfront cost. You can also do tailoring or leatherworking for the uncanny gear, but that's a little bit of a investment. Focus on the BfA versions first. Getting the old versions of the professions doesn't matter that much. But yeah, I find that I'm gonna close this one because I'm not gonna do any more here while I'm raiding, so we get a slightly better frame rate. But yeah, focus on the BfA versions of the profession. That's always the most in-demand one. Generally speaking, power increasing items always sell better than items that only are cosmetic, which is what you're going to get from the old expansion recipes. So even while some of them are really profitable, they take a lot of time. I got a stun here. Oof. Possible to tell which way these guys are facing. Some of the recipes are hard to get, some are pretty easy to get. So that's the point. Like cooking, you can get the 8.3 recipes just from skill level 1. And it's not too late in the expansion. There's still... It's still gonna be a long wait until the pre-patch. Like when the pre-patch is out, or at least when the pre-patch date is announced, that's when it might be too late to start entering. At this point, not yet. I think I wrote about... Let me see if I can find that. I think I wrote about cooking in 8.3, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I did. Let's hope this works. Yep. So getting the recipes is really easy. They might not be profitable on your realm. The profit has definitely gone down from when I did crafted a lot of these items, when I did the 30 days to a token challenge. You can also check out that. Let me find that for you. 30 days. Because fairly recently, I did a 30 days to a token challenge, literally just starting from scratch and getting to a token in 30 days. Oh, the main profession. For enchanting and tailoring then, presumably. For tailoring, it's just gonna be uncanny combatant gear. I have guides on those as well. Enchanting didn't even get anything in 8.3. That's the tailoring. And then for, well, if I write correctly, I might find it. For enchanting, the newest one is essentially 8.2, because that's the last time they added recipes to enchanting. Well, I've been writing about gold making for like 3 years. So yeah. Three times a week for 3 years. Yeah, leveling the profession would probably be cost you some money. I mean, it would be expensive. Of course, there's no guarantee. It can be that you end up paying to level it and you never make back that gold. I still think crafting professions right now makes sense.
Lord Hirik, grant me wings of vengeance.
Alright. Let's go to town. Crap. Made it. Easy. Easy top keeps. That's a pretty good headpiece. Oh, that's the wrong spreadsheet. I was opening Classic Road GPS. This is called Grid. It's available for both BfA and Classic. Is that you, Bammy? It's the best unit frame, raid frame add-on, in my opinion. You can. It doesn't look like this out of the box. I changed the size of the health bars a little bit. You can do quite a bit of customization if you really want to. But even out of the box, this is mostly out of the box. I just resized some things. But it's very, very nice. At least in my opinion. So now I remember to sign for raids as well. Number 30 for Blackwing Lair. Probably might actually lose the spot. We'll see. Alright. Come on. Farming damage with Blade Flurry. Only beaten by the Thunder Fury Warrior, and I didn't even have Adrenaline Rush. Getting close. Can I? Come on, don't turn around so much. Just third in DPS. Wait, Girdle, which piece is that? Let me see here. Girdle. As the shoulders, I already have those. Don't need those. I don't think I even need... I only want the item from the Edge of Madness boss.
I need to target something first.
Big boy rolls and... Cleave pulse. That's where you feel completely useless as a rogue in Classic. Like nothing to do. Let's actually consume a elixir of giants. Now we're cooking. Jeg må huske at det ikke er salvation, ja. Rogan. Hvor ofte jeg må vanish ut av agro. Is there anything I want here? Pretty sure there isn't. Well, I don't need any of those items, so those are... Yeah, I did pop a Blade Flurry. It just actually did come off cooldown that quickly. I was thinking for like a second, wait, did I not use Blade Flurry on the boss? But I'm sure I did. Getting feared. It's always such a troll area. Will I make it down to this guy before he dies? Yeah, because he got healed. And then the last guy. Now I need to... wonder if that's a trick I should actually be doing. Like waiting a second between... if I should start like waiting for the second backstab until they're actually sunders up. It's like... avoid getting capped and that's about it. Might do that. Might even make a weak aura to track Sunder armor for that. Pretty sure that's what you would have to do to make that worth it. Well, that was a lucrative kill. What are prices on bee juice now? Still holding strong at 5 gold. Wow. Would not have believed that, to be honest. Shouldn't I have purchase data for some of these? About the same level, yeah. One gold. Well, I'm finished with Exalted anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. Wow, these priests die quickly. Always feels good when you're top DPS. Or close to top DPS. Shouldn't be surprised though. With the gear I have. Skull Splitter coins. It's still the same market value that I bought them at. It's really nice. So I essentially bought rep. I bought my Exalted at the perfect time, like when the price stabilized. So I get maximum value out of it, and I didn't pay a premium. So I guess it's time to start trying to flip the Zul'Gurub rep items. Now that prices seem fairly stable. Oh. Vital branch, speaker. Boom.
Feed your souls to Hakar himself.
That's the wrong button. Not that it matters. I'm top DPS even after getting the first threatening gaze and having to just stand still. That's sad. Pass. Pass. Alright, let's see if I win the idol. That's the dream. It's a low chance, it's a low chance. Everyone in the raid is rolling after all. Okay. We got the moment of truth to the moment of freedom. No idol. Okay. Jeg har med Mojo Madness, og vil veldig, veldig gjerne drepe Edge of Madness.
Not ready yet. That ability isn't ready yet.
Jeg har.
I can't attack them.
Det er bind and pickup, så det blir vanskelig. 1 til 3. Det er i hvert fall en uke til det bytter, tror jeg. Eller cirka en uke. Now we're gonna have a party here, a Voidwalker party. Oof. This is gonna be dicey. Maybe just easy. Looks like I'm gonna get the dream thread, so then I'll be at 2 or 4 pieces. Nice, one more. A 1000 crit Sinister Strike with daggers. That's hilarious. That's surprising to say the least. But klar? Nei. Der er det Voidwalkers, ja. Alright, so now I get Hazara's Dream Thread. Still have 5 left over. I've even sold 2. I'm thinking about doing some more farming for Blood of Heroes. Pretty sure it's worth it. I'm gonna have to vanish here. No, I don't. I get. This boss is really trolling us. Droppa bare 1. Bis Iron Forge. Ah, ja. Ja, da luter man det til seg selv, ikke sant? Hey, Squirtle. How are you doing? I'll definitely...
I'm out of range.
Are you thinking about video tutorials or doing some TSM on stream? I don't have any plans to make any video tutorials at this time, but I'll definitely be doing some TSM or gold making after Zul'Gurub. And I always try to answer any questions related to gold making whenever I'm live. That's nice. I do have a written TSM guide. Ooh. There we have it. So that's the best place to start from what I've done, or what I've made, written, I should say. So many bijous and coins. Now let's get started. I did a little bit of crafting just before I went into the raid. Ja, jeg har, så jeg kan ikke plukke opp. Jeg bare sitter på Lorcan og interrupter. That was close.
Fill me with your rage.
This is gonna be a wreck. Seal of Gen, Band of Servitude. Pass. No mount though. No mount. Rip in peace, I lost my one world buff. Shit happens. I lost my healers. It's probably why you died. Or why I died, I should say. Guess I'll just drink my last elixir of giants. How much is that? That's like 1 gold. I'm not even crafting them anymore because they take too much time. I've started being way more restrictive in what I craft. Can't be bothered crafting too many low value potions. Just end up spending way too much time crafting for not enough value. Now I gotta pay attention. We're running to summon the last guy. And And we're at the entrance, so now we can go summon the guy. Very soon. So we just got like collateral damage feared.
I'm out of range.
There we can got the summon off. And he's here. Yep. I'm happy because I got what I came for. Secured the trinket item for this week. Or this 2-week period. So now we can just wait for the next 2-week period. Wonder if I'll make it up if we catch up to them or if they summon us first. Hi.
Can't do that yet. Not ready yet. Don't have enough energy. Not enough energy.
What's up with all of this self-healing? Oh, that's the skull target. No one on the skull target. I hate these turning around quickly mobs. You end up just like never getting off a good backstab, and their energy just goes to waste completely. Zul'Gurub is scheduled to reset in 12 hours. Wow. Just barely making it, huh? Just barely making it. Is this my current gear that I've got modeled here? No, not completely, because I have Death's Embrace here. Save DPS, save gear. Alright, let's pop cooldowns. Well, that's annoying.
I
I'm not gonna target anything else.
I need to
I need to keep my 5 combo points.
I need to target something first. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need
I think they still remain on the target, as long as I don't target anything else.
I need to target something first.
As long as I don't target anything else, I should be fine. Let's see if we can... There. Nah. Oh, I misclicked wolf. All that waiting around for nothing. For nothing.
I am free of the
Is there even anything I even slightly care about? Wait, girdle. What's that? No, that's the shoulders that I already have. And yeah, nothing. Oh. Alright, let's see what are my upgrades. Grand Marshal items. Striker's Mark, Puissant Cape, Bloodfang Belt, Grand Marshal, Drake Fang Talisman, and when attack is Charm. I forgot to bring my meme trinket with me. That's sad. I think that would actually have been good on some of these bosses. Probably not on any of the ones that remain though. None of those are super fast. I'm just passing on everything. I'll get more than enough gold from just random loot. I mean, I'm already getting 10 gold just from like random boss loot, and then I'll get some like coins and bijous as well. So I don't need like the random greens, they're worthless to me. I value my inventory space and not having to deal with those items more. Gonna be interesting to see the bijous and coins. I'm gonna send those to my banker and see if I can sell them. And getting really close to the end now. So then we can go focus on gold making. we'll go through everything I need to do in terms of BfA and reposting auctions and stuff like that just after Zul'Gurub, and then we'll do some leveling for as long as I can be bothered after that. Essentially, that's the plan for the rest of the stream. Well, you'll have to, if we're talking about the 8.3 recipes, you have to do the 8.3 introduction quest line up to something that's called Into the Maw or something like that. Maw of Madness, something like that. I don't remember the exact name. Then once you've done that quest, the recipe item, or an item that contains all of the recipes, will drop from any mob in the corrupted zones. So Veil of the Eternal Blossoms or Uldum. So you can just go kill random mobs for like a couple of minutes and you'll get it. You need to do the I can look up the item once we've done with this trash pull, and I'll send you the WoW head link. You can. All right, let's do it now. Baked void fin. Accept and continue. All right. Oh, these are spread out. There, we found it. Tome of Unspeakable Delicacies. Yes, you found it yourself. Faster than me, because I was trying to do it while killing mobs here. Does everyone need on the lockbox? Yeah, alright, I'll just need as well. Jeg bare trade meg hvis du vil ha den åpnet. No, it just drops from any corrupted zone. But yeah, that's the one. I had most success with Baked Void Fin, but what I've been looking at a lot of realms lately for the server review that I do for some patrons. And what I see is that mostly it's Ghastly Goulash, Kebabs, and Dubious Delight. It depends on, it varies from realm to realm, but those three are usually the best ones now. And this is a market that has changed a lot recently. We got him. So just 2 bosses to go. Wait. Oh, nature spell damage. So this is like potentially best. Whatever, 6 gold. Whatever. I think you're passing on Bloodlines as well, yeah. Oh wow, that's some heavy rain, man.
Step right over and die.
And we are... Can I? No, you can't Blade Flurry it. Maybe you can Blade Flurry back. Want to get a 5-point slice and dice up. Now I can swap. Where's the back? God damn it, I hate the Thunder Fury animation makes it impossible to see which way a mob is facing. So. Oh, Jindo's Hexter. Need pass. And let's see, the Aegis, what's that? I think that's the chest. Yeah, I already have that. So pass. So let's hope. Let's hope for the idol. And I didn't win it. Hero's breastplate. I'm just passing on greens. I don't wanna. These pulls are like by far the hardest ones in the entire instance. Much harder than any of the bosses. And we kill the blood priests, right? Yep. Full control, just keeping this one nice and interrupted. Another. Alright, just ready to interrupt. Alright, so I don't need it at all. Never mind then. I can actually backstab from here. Run, run, run. Hakar, not specified. Alright, time to go.
Face the wrath of the soul
So I'm just gonna chill. So time to punish. And now I can just keep going forever. Popping cooldowns. Wow, I'm just crushing the DPS meters here. I guess when no one has salvation, Vanish just gets incredibly overpowered in actual practicality, in practical terms. I mean, they're catching up a little bit. Warblade main hand, that's cool. And the gauntlets. Mm-hmm. Tack, tack. So that was a pretty nice run. That was pretty fast. I got what I wanted. Cleared the instance pretty quickly. So now it's time to go put my shit in the bank.
King's honor, friend.
I would like to check my deposit box. Boom. 2. 2.
Go with honor, friend.
Now we're gonna do a little bit of crafting. Now it's time for some real lazy gold making content. So we'll craft up the rest of these greater shadow protection potions, and what I want to do after that, we're gonna have to log on our gold making account. I'm gonna just do a little bit of crafting, a little bit of classic crafting, and then it's gonna be BfA Goldmaking for a little while, and then some leveling. Probably like focusing on my warlock first. I really want to get him to 60. So we'll see if we can get into a Blackrock Depths run on my warlock. All right. Nothing much here. Is this return? No. All right. So now we can run a restocking scan probably. I guess we have to go. Let's cancel everything and repost before we do anything. Canceling. I'm just canceling because I have to repost these within the next 2 hours anyway. So now it's like the perfect time to do it. Cancels. There's a lot of cancels here. I feel like I need to post. I want to post more grilled squid. Let's take a look. Maybe I just have a 10 stack for grilled squid. You know what? That's actually a pretty. Yeah. So we need another. Do I even have a crafting 20 stack? Yeah, I do. Good. Why am I just posting it in stacks of 10? It's obviously a really bad idea. You want to post in as large stack sizes as you can, generally speaking. And yeah, I have a bunch of stuff that we need to repost now. A lot of stuff. Fire protection potions, invis potions, and unlimited invuln. I've made so much gold with limited invulnerability. I wonder what item I've made the most gold with. Can I easily check that? I don't think you can easily check that. Top item, greater fire protection potion. Well, Silas doesn't matter too much on classic, since it doesn't exist here, but yeah. You are correct, Jaco. Having the Silas proc is, well, sort of extremely important if you want to do alchemy on retail. Ledger. If I look at revenue here, greater fire protection. What? 5,000. I mean, Shadowland will have its share of tricks for gold making. I don't think, I personally don't think Silas is particularly good design, since you can't control it, and well, it's so powerful that it essentially becomes mandatory for gold making. So it like heavily favors people who can afford to craft a lot of items. Not sure if I think that's good design. I'm just gonna go repost this. How much gold do I have now? Just over 4,000. Yeah, a new expansion, a new launch, that's always the most enjoyable time for gold making. When everyone's discovering new methods and it's just like all over the place. So a guy in my guild might be doing arena runs. So if he does, then I'll I'm gonna so I lied, I'm not gonna do a BfA Goldmaking. I'm just gonna do personally, I think crafting at the beginning is way better than gathering. It's my personal opinion. I think I just prefer crafting in general. Where is he? Boop.
They can't join our group. They can't join our group.
And, now I just have to get to Blackrock Mountain. Froggy, Valier, Edwin. These are the same people that are always running arena-only runs. Hey Cam, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. 2nd month. Guess you're happy that I'm back to streaming again. I'm really happy, glad to have you here. All right, so I'm getting summoned. That's nice. Let's go get some more. Oh, there are hordes here. We're just running in. Yeah, that's what the hordes are doing at least. Yeah, perfect timing. Right, we can just run in, presumably. 340 gold. Did I collect gold earlier? I might not have. I might not have. It looks like I didn't. Alright. I'm gonna grab some water and hit the bathroom. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, so now they're pissed. Sorry. Sorry. Thank you for the follow, Peter Flo. Really appreciate it. Almost pissed off my group there. But wow, 400 gold. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Well, yeah. That's perhaps not too surprising, Jaco, as I obviously use streaming as a way to get ideas for things to write about as well. As we pull them.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Hey, Took.
I need to get closer.
Guessing that's you. Let's all pray for Savage Gladiator chains for everyone. Not for everyone. I just hope I'm hoping I get the crumpled up note drop at least from like the 2 dwarves we have to kill. And of course a shot at the Banthok Sash. Dodging. Gotta dismiss Pat. Should I even bother summoning one? Not gonna bother with the shards. We can do an imp. We can do an imp. And steal some mana from him.
Can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
Orb of Aura Hill. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh god. The Screecher Bats. Okay, I'm gonna take a chance. Alright, so now I have to wait for some more AoE aggro here. And of course, maximum range, you don't get screwed by the... Ooh, I got it. I got them all. I'm just pulling them up here.
I can't do that yet.
Gotta pull them away from the healers. These are like the biggest troll pulls in the history of troll pulls. A real punishment lies ahead. I'm guessing this won't be too much XP per hour, but gonna have to do this a lot of times, or
It's too far away. I'm out of range. That's still recharging.
sad. Sad reacts only. Greed, greed. So I'm guessing we run out to reset now. Valley, right? Yeah. Let's just kill these.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
All right. So I got the crumpled up note. That's nice. That's nice. Now I need to find an arena anger golem run. Eventually. And ready to reset. Let's make sure we repost auctions here. And then I gotta go collect my 400 gold. Oh, he has Maladeath and Spine Shatter. It's a hilarious combination. Cape of the Black Baron is so strong. Um, 100 gold. That's about. Oof. The last time I checked, it was 500-600 gold retail per gold classic on the WoW Market Discord. But that still seems too expensive. Feels like it's not worth it to trade your retail gold for that little classic gold to me personally. Oops. So 100 gold classics about 500,000 gold retail if it's 500 gold. Wait, no, 50,000. 50,000. It used to be up at 1,000 gold, where people would trade one gold classic for 1,000 gold retail, or try to at least, which would mean that 100 gold classic is 100,000, but that would be ridiculous, because like mages can farm 100 gold per hour just in vendor gold in classic, and there's pretty much no one who can farm 100,000 gold an hour in retail. So that doesn't make sense at all. And my Hearthstone is on cooldown. Alright. I'm just gonna run into the instance then. There is some trick, isn't there? You can get ported by just leaving group. Or is this my group? No, it's not. Yeah. Perfect. Did it, boys. We're playing the game. Yeah. So 427 gold, that's pretty sizable amount. It's pretty nice. I mean, we're almost gonna be at like my regular level in terms of sales this week. We'll see, it's actually gonna get worse because we're gonna move one day. Alright, let's do a scan for BOEs. Let's do a scan for BOEs. Doesn't look like there are any BOEs to buy here today. We'll check consumables and materials quickly as well. And then it's time for BfA Goldmaking. Thanks, Tuck. I'll be down for more arena runs, because I'm looking for the belt. And if we can extend the last of them to arena, to Anger and Golem for the quest, that would be, of course, nice. But I don't mind doing just arena either. Alright, so that's it. Wait, I was gonna check for consumables. Yeah, gotta go do that. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing 5 arena runs, you're gonna hit the lockout anyway, so I mean, you're not losing your chance at getting the chest piece by going once and killing your Angerforge and Golem Lord. So let's see, Blasted Lands and consumables. Let's see what we got. Wow, dark runes are so expensive. Can't believe that I used to flip these from 4 to 5 gold. I'm guessing a lot people aren't running Skullomans anymore, because they don't need the skins of Shadow. Let me see what Librams go for now. Libram of Veracity. I'm guessing this is like in the... No, it's still expensive, huh? 220 gold. Huh. It's quite expensive. Rapidity is still dirt cheap though. That's nice. So yeah, rapidity is still dirt cheap. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. 2,400. Exit game. And let's go to the mall. Well, we're not going to the mall, we're going to BfA. We're going to retail. Let's hope I remember my keyboard shortcuts, and I do. And we're going straight on to Ravencrest. So that Jaco gets to see me while I almost don't have anything on Ravencrest. And in the meantime, I can do some crafting on my classic main. So let's head on into the auction house. Shopping. We can do solid stones. Nice. A lot of solid stones here. I started doing good. And more importantly, we gotta do a restock here. I'm getting much fewer results on my restocking. It's gonna be interesting to see how it looks when... Look, Mom, I'm on camera. Where are you, Jaco? There. Rascor. Skrt. Human Death Knight. Yeah, you're on camera. Should I do like an Asmongold style roast of your transmog? Ooh, 475 weapon. That's cool. Twilight Devastation. Twilight Devastation. Are you doing like the meme tank build or something? It's a lot of Twilight Devastation. Well, that's funny. You can respec tank and go meme on people. Ah. I'm now logging in before my auctions have expired. That's always super annoying because cancelling takes forever. I'm 1 hour too early. We're still gonna do it. And 168. I guess maybe I should do a scan for BOEs here. I guess so. We'll do one and see what we get. Grom's blood. Grom's blood is always easy to get in quantity, in large quantities. That's so nice. Oh yeah, this is gonna take a long ass time. I forgot we're on Ravencrest now. Ooh. That's nice, Jaco. I haven't been gearing at all in BfA. But I really want to play, well, I really want to reach my goals in Classic, which is just clearing Encourage and Nax. Because I never did that back in the game. Back in the day. But then after that, I probably want to play Retail again. And I probably want to like raid casually in Retail on the same level that I do in Classic right now. So I'm looking to... I might be making a casual raiding guild with a friend. We'll see. A dad type guild. It's a possibility we're entertaining at least. Oh yeah, I don't... What's the point in buying Mountain Silver Sage when I can't find Plague Bloom? Is there anything to buy here though? It's speed. Oof, speed. Without the speed, I would have considered it. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, that would be fun. Sorry guys, I just had to swap over a little bit to the other screen. I had to turn off the cam a little bit. Hva skjedde nå? Ja, det så ingenting. Ja, ja. So yeah, just gonna run my wife was going around coming down the stairs in the background and she didn't realize my cam was on, so had to turn that off for a second. Alright, we can put it back and go back to looking at BfA auctions. I'm not gonna touch that. Can't really afford any of these others. I mean, this one, honestly, I think this is worth it. I'm gonna take a chance on this one. 8.2 BOE still sell really well on a lot of different realms, so I think buying one for 100,000 is perfectly okay. So I have to do it. Just have to do it. Now I just have to open up my my spreadsheet where I'm logging all of this stuff and write shit down. You just repost it for at least 20% more than you paid. That's the trick. There's nothing else to it. I don't even oh wow, my minimum price is 60, so this is also Oh yeah, it's still perfectly fine. What's my minimum price? My minimum price is 110, alright, but I'm the only one, so I should be good. We should be good. Alright, so 100k spent. I really gotta figure out what I want to do on this realm, honestly. I'm not sure. Strongly considering just leaving it. If I can get enough gold for a token, I'm probably just cashing in and going to other realms. My approach hasn't worked particularly well for me on highly competitive realms. I've had way more success on medium realms. I've had a lot of success on Sylvanas as well, which is my old main realm and probably gonna be my main realm once we roll into Shadowlands. So it's not like all doom and gloom. It's just that generally speaking, I've had more success on the medium to low ones, because I don't really have the time to repost all the time or do shopping scans all the time, both of which are really helpful on larger realms.
Light bless you.
Ooh. Yeah. That's gonna be the case on a lot of realms though. 852 gold, that's not a lot, but that is a sale at least. Now we have to do this super slow cancel scan bullshit. Cancel scans are so slow, holy shit. Yeah, that's exactly what I do, Jacko. The reason why I don't buy with a shopping operation or a group is because there are just way too many different BOEs. Particularly in 8.3 with the corruption system, like the number of potential combinations is just so big that using having them all in a group and using that group to scan the auction house is super slow compared to just doing a scan for all items above a certain item level. Yeah, people ask me all the time about that. Why isn't there a shopping operation? Or why isn't there crafting operations? Because the correct amount to craft there isn't just one right answer to that. It depends. Which is probably an annoying answer to get, like, what do you mean it depends? I just want to know how many items I should craft. Sadly, that's not something I can answer. Or I could answer, but the answer would be wrong for some people, for some of them. So I'd rather say tell people to figure it out instead. Just start crafting. Craft one of each of the items that look profitable, and then start crafting more of the ones that sell. Oh yeah, definitely. The BOE market is something you can sink a lot of gold into before you get your gold back. Socket and leech percent. It's cloth though. I don't think leech on cloth should be particularly valuable. Haste proc. This is something to consider. Glimpse of clarity. Nightmare manifest. 445s. I don't buy 445s generally. Specifically not on a higher population realm like this is. Ooh. 12% crit, that's nice. Max rank crit. but it's a little too expensive compared to my pricing. So I'm considering buying the well, you always hear a lot of stories of people doing stuff like that. It's not as important as it seems. Generally speaking, you'll make more gold, or like there are very, very few people who can do that, or consistently. For everyone you hear who's like, oh yeah, I predicted this would go up and I made 1.5 million, there are a ton of people who tried to invest and bought the wrong items and ended up losing gold. I personally play gold making more like a marathon than a sprint, so I don't try to look for these like get rich in one patch. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try my luck with both of these rings actually. These leather bracers. I'm pretty sure we're gonna buy those as well. 80k, yeah, we buy those as well. So now we end up spending a lot of gold. I don't think I want to buy these though. The corruption is essentially not there. So I'm just gonna disregard that, and we ended up spending 210, 309, 999, 309, 9. No, wait. Yeah, 309, 000. That's what we spent. And so we add these to the group. BfA BOEs. Good. Good. Meanwhile, I'm just processing solid stone into solid blasting powder on my classic main to craft a bunch more Goblin Sapper charges. Literally impossible to craft enough of them. They just sell. As soon as I post any to the auction house, they sell. I don't think I can count the number of like expired auctions probably on one hand for that item, which is pretty crazy. Not gonna lie. All right, so we got all of the solid stone into our inventory. So we're now doing a 6-minute crafting queue and a auctioning scan that's also taking forever, because Sylvanas is a fairly high pop realm. So what day is this on the 30 days to a 30 days flipping records? Day 29, so 2 more days and then I'll have done the 30 days. I've already decided that I'm gonna keep running. How do I see if I want to enter a market? Well, I just look for profitable items. So for instance, at the beginning of expansion, I'm just looking through everything that we can craft and figuring out, like, does this item seem like it's useful to anyone? Alright, then I probably want to craft it. And then it's probably going to be profitable. And then as you go, like, as things mature, you're going to look for... what you're looking for is essentially the highest gold per hour you can get. So you want markets where with higher profit margins or higher raw profits. So for crafting anything, if you can choose between like an item that has 20,000 in profit versus something that has 5,000 in profit, it's better to craft the 20,000 in profit, even if that's a much lower profit margin. Like it's perfectly fine to make 20,000 off of like something that costs 100,000 to craft. That's probably better than making 5,000 off of something that costs 5,000 to craft. even though the 5,000 item has a 100% profit margin. Assuming they take roughly the same amount of time to craft, because yeah, then you're making 20,000 per craft click rather than 5,000 per craft click. And eventually your time is going to be the limiting factor, not the amount of gold you have on you. So you want to make sure you're maximizing the time efficiency of what you're doing. So for me, it's just about like what's the highest value items that I can make a profit off of. That's what I'm always looking for. I want to get into the more expensive items are better because they're much more gold per hour. Like there's nothing that beats BOE flipping for gold per hour. I just picked my realms pretty much at random, to be honest. I picked a bunch of RP realms because I believe that I had the idea that pets would sell better at RP realms. But I don't choose my realm specifically for gold making reasons. Hey Scallion, how are you doing today?
I got what you need.
Let's see if we can find any, if we can get any BOEs going here as well then. Oh, that's nice, your first million. That has to feel good. Let me see if I can find that. Oh, we'll have to change monitors for a quick bit then. All right, let's see here. I don't know if I posted about the first time I made 1 million gold. I think that was during Legion. But I'm... okay, so this was when I had a gold capped already, so this is like completely pointless. The old TSM 3 UI. Honestly, I think this is better than the new ledger. Flipping it's much more, has a much higher profit potential. That's for sure. Let me see. I'm gonna have to like scroll forever to find my old tweets from back then. We'll do that on the other screen and look at auctions here instead. That's a little bit more engaging. We are in the World of Warcraft category on Twitch after all. I honestly think that the old accounting UI, that's the one place where I think that TSM3 was better than 4 when it comes to accounting. The new ledger is still missing a lot of the things that were most useful to me in the accounting UI. But yeah, there are flipping markets you can enter that aren't BOEs, that aren't as risky. Let's see if I want to buy any BOEs here. This one is looking, of course, extremely interesting. Plate with a critical strike and avoidance. I don't like tertiary stats in general. Rank 3 infinite stars. Pretty sure infinite stars is still worth it. We're gonna take a chance on this one as well. Footpads of terrible delusions. What about these 475s? Ineffable truth. I don't know how good that. 445. Leather boots. Oof. Yeah, not touching those. You can get corrupted boots and just cleanse the corruption off of them. I've been doing gold making for so long. Let's see here. Can you do an advanced search? All right. Let's see if we can find this. Lazy gold maker. Dates. All right. Advanced search. Oh, all right. So I did this the wrong way. Okay, let's try again. Lazy gold maker from January the 1st, 2016 to December. All right. Okay, so at that point I was already well into the gold cap challenge. So we'll just do 0130. So at this point we're like well into wow, I miss Obliterum. Holy, that was a nice market. Okay, so I think I decided that I'm not buying any of these others. So just cancelling the rest of my auctions here.
Cha-ching!
Buy auctions. Cancel. But yeah, I find corrupted gear is actually it's hard because there are a lot of different items to keep track of. But it's easy in the sense that there are a lot of different items to keep track of, so it's really hard to price them accurately for other people. So there are a lot of opportunities here. Generally speaking, you can't just rely on region market value as a good proxy for how much an item is worth.
Got the best deals anywhere.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I found it. Found it, guys. My first couple of tweets. October 28th, 2016. It's percentage of the region market value, Jaco. And it's separate for every realm, depending on how that realm is. But look at this. My old jewel crafting spreadsheet before I used the TSM API. And my first time I reached 2 million gold. I actually went from 1 million to 2 million in about 14 days. 2 weeks back in Legion. So that was quite the time, to be honest. So that's the power of using the auction house galleon rather than farming.
If you
How long did it take you to get to 1 million? And I just started playing the game again. I started playing around the time the pre-patch for Legion came out. I hadn't been playing for a while. And I started doing gold making at the end of Draenor. That's pretty good then. So I started like prepping up for gold making and doing some investments. I ended up buying a lot of hexweave bags, because at that point we knew that we wouldn't be getting new bags in Legion. So I expected the price to go up, and the price did go up eventually. And I made about 50% per BOE. All right, so I'm gonna launch my other BfA account on the side here. Yeah, Legion was Legion was crazy mostly due to that ridiculous inflation in the game from the order halls. So just gold was so easy to come by in Legion. So I think we're gonna go level this druid. I haven't decided. I'm gonna play some of my characters and level them up to 120 on Sylvanas to figure out what I want to play in Shadowlands. Ugh, leech percent and some other trash stats. What about this one though? Yeah, this one seems interesting. 400k though. It's very expensive. Is this corruption that good? I'm guessing it is, and we're gonna take a chance. 400k. Let's hope it's not down the drain. Yeah, we could be... I know it's good. It is good damage, but probably might not be worth it. I don't even know the corrupted or the corruption meta particularly well. But I do know that most of the DPS procs are good. So like if it's okay, say it's pretty cheap in terms of corruption, not a lot of corruption, so it could be and it's 400k is a lot though, so it has to be pretty good for DPS. It has to be like competitive with some of the other DPS procs that are super strong. So we'll see. Honestly, I just like taking a chance. That's a 1-0 too many. Yeah, I had Twilight Devastation on my Demon Hunter that I was doing the 30 days to a token challenge on. It felt a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's just close this down. I have a bunch of crap that because I did a lot of crafting with this character. Do I have talent selected? No, I don't. I feel like I just want to do the... Star Surge? What's that? I know you want to go with New Moon, that's for sure. Or at least that's what you used to do. Oh yeah, for sure I know that Well, I know that a lot of people are struggling with that feeling, and okay, let's make sure we actually add the BOE to the group before we run a shopping scan or auctioning scan. I really understand why people feel that way. So if you feel that way, then there's no real pressure to get into flipping. Obviously, if you want to get into flipping, if you really want to, then you'll have to find some way to conquer that fear and take the plunge. But BOE flipping, like, it's always going to be risky. You're spending 100,000 gold plus per item for the good ones. So yeah, that's risky. There's no beating around the bush. You can screw up, and if you screw up, that's going to feel like crap. Trial of Valor. I don't need that. Dream Grove. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. Thank you for the follow, Stefanislaus. Really appreciate it. Hope you're having a nice Tuesday evening. Let's just turn in this quest.
Hello, friend.
Just Lightforged Strand, I already have those. Dark Iron Dwarf, don't have those. Void Elves, we have those. Kulturan, don't have those.
In time, all answers become clear.
Clicked all the... Oh yeah, the mechanomes.
Work complete.
It's good to see you.
Rustbolt Rebellion. I haven't done that, son. I haven't done that, Scallion. Honestly, I've just used common sense for the most part. I checked a couple of guides just to get an idea of, like, typically which corruptions are good. What I found is that most of the damage proc ones are good, with Infinite Stars typically being the best one for single target, and Twilight Devastation for multi-target, but most of them are good. And then all of the percentage stat increase corruptions are generally good. The procs are typically good. Avoidance and Leech typically not good. Percentage Leech, that's worthless. And then there are some that I don't know, like the Omen of Clarity and Ineffable Truth. I honestly have no idea if they're good or not. So I tend to shy away from those. But for the most part, you can just... you can actually just use common sense to get an idea of if is this item going to be useful for someone. And then you can just go by market value as well, or the region market value, because that's also going to tell you a lot about how good or bad an item is. If it has a region market value of 500,000 gold, then it's probably a good item. Probably. It's actually that easy. Yeah, it depends a little bit on the classes. You can check some classes, some of the more popular ones for each armor type, to get an idea of, like, which of the percent stat increases they'd be most interested in. If you want to, that's certainly something you can do. I still have a ton of Tidespray in, huh? Wait a second. Am I in the wrong... Is this the one I've been using here? think I've screwed up a little bit on this realm. And I'm not sure if I'm in the right what's it called? The right profile anymore. I think I might have screwed up. Honestly, it should be this one. Yeah, it is this one. Just by swapping around the profiles, I mean, of course, I'm gold making wise.
Yeah? What do you want?
I don't think I'm doing too well on this realm, to be honest. I used to be gold capped here, and then I bought the longboy, and then I bought some tokens, and I moved some gold around. So I haven't really made gold here in a while, to be honest. I mean, just look at this. Past year. 6 million in June. Last year. 4 million. I guess I just had like a huge one huge token shopping session around January. I hope I did that at least. I have that tracked, so we can just check and make sure. January. Gold spent on tokens. Yeah, I spent like 2 million gold on tokens in January, so that's... This is more than that though. I must have spent gold on something else as well. Maybe I transferred some gold then. No, that was in June. That was in June. Huh. I feel like I might have forgotten to write down some token spends here. I probably have forgotten to write down some. I know I'll have to go through my token. I gotta have to go through my confirmation emails from Blizzard to figure it out. Whatever. Just cancel everything, I guess. Slow as all hell. Let's make sure our druid is continuing. We'll see. I really want to get back to being gold capped on a couple of my realms. I feel like I've been neglecting BfA Goldmaking a little too much. But it's just hard when I have so much fun in Classic to find the motivation to be really active in BfA. At least I've been able to consistently get my 3 repost sessions a week lately.
It's Shaw. Matthias Shaw.
Guess we go with the staff.
Look to the I appreciate that you reported in so quickly, champion. You will
Haven't
ship
I done
out with
this
the
already?
3rd Fleet. Speak to Captain...
Yeah. I don't particularly feel like doing that scenario again. I'm always excited for a fresh start with new professions, new crafted items, new everything. I haven't looked much at the alpha yet, I'll be honest. And I'm pretty sure I don't have alpha access yet. So if I got beta access for BfA, so I might get it for Shadowlands as well. If I do, then I'll definitely look under the hood on professions specifically, so that I'm well prepared. But I haven't looked at it much yet, and I'm not really planning to do much of that yet. There are some cool things to do in retail that I really want to do more of again, like mount farming, stuff like that.
Champion, Azeroth cries out for your aid. Come to Silithus. There's something
I
you
have
need
to
to
go
see.
to Silithus. Get in, get in. I don't think I did any shopping here yet, no? Nope, nothing yet. So we still have to spend gold. This is gonna be one of those days where I spend a lot of gold.
I'll buy you when I see one.
This is gonna be one of those days where I spend a lot of gold. And off to Silithus. Great worm from beyond. Flying through a corrupted zone at level 110, that's not the most fun thing in the world. And as usual, nothing to see here. It's very rare that I find deals on Twilight's Hammer. I don't know why. It used to be. I used to do really well with BOE flipping here in what's the name of the expansion? And not even. I used to do quite well earlier in this expansion as well, and really, really well in Legion. Well, you can wait a little. They're not removing it until the pre-patch comes out, and they'll announce the pre-patch ahead of time. So, of course, you can just keep your gold for a little while. There's no rush. No rush at all. That's something really only you'll have to figure out when you want to buy it or not. Huh. Still have a Sunstone Panther. Haven't crafted Panthers in a long time. I miss those, I have to admit. 3459073. What did I have in sales here? Did I remember to record that? $1398. And actually I'm not done because I have more auctions to repost.
These stones have tails. Our world. The entrance to the chamber is this way. Come on.
I have my
Work complete. This
I have
chamber is
mine,
in
luckily
ruins,
enough.
champion. It won't hold together for long.
But what do I want to play for?
Well met.
I'm gonna have to try a bunch of different characters. I'm not sure what I want to play in Shadowlands. So I'm gonna have to level a couple of different classes. There's so many I'm considering. Like I'm considering Paladin, I'm considering Demon Hunter, Death Knight, Warlock, Druid.
Our world needs us, champion. Azeroth cries out in pain. Remember, the seal on this chamber protects the world's soul. But with all this Azerite bursting through, the seal is close to shattering.
I just don't know.
Use your amulet to absorb the Azerite. Its power
I'll have to try to level
end the
as quickly as
chamber's seal.
possible and just try some LFR on all of the different classes to see what I like. Yeah, I mained my Death Knight in In Mr. Pandaria I played a Death Knight
That's it!
primarily.
I think it's working!
I've had different mains in every expansion. In Classic I main a Rogue, I've mained a... I mained a Warlock in Original Vanilla, I mained a Paladin in Wrath, Death Knight in Mr. Pandaria, Shaman in Legion, Enhancement Shaman in Legion, and BfA I didn't really have a main, to be honest. I probably played my Warrior and Demon Hunter the most. So what's the worst one? Alright, so guess we go with the West.
Keep that amulet close to your heart, champion. It'll see you through the dark times ahead. I'll keep searching for ways to heal the damage done to Azeroth. When I have need of you, I can reach out through that talisman.
So now we have the gold. Yeah, I mostly tanked during Mists of Pandaria. Even though I wanted to play, I've always liked dual wield Frost personally, so I don't care about two-handed Frost coming back. But I understand that a lot of people enjoyed that spec. I've always enjoyed Frost DKs, but I like the dual wielding. Spam Howling Blast kind of playstyle.
Fate smiles upon us this day.
Champion, an urgent war council is underway. Your presence is requested in Stormwind Keep.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay that, but as long as you're like planning to, if you think you can sell it for 20% more than the auction house cut, it's gonna be priced in essentially. So you just need to be able to sell it for enough more than what you paid for it that you can feel happy about it. Or is it you fly down? It's here. Come on, get through the door. You genius.
Everyone is here. What news do you bring, Spuck?
I'm just gonna completely disregard the RP. But yeah, I just don't know what I want to play. What I want to main. I have too many potential characters.
Can I lighten that coin purse for
Like
you?
I used to love Warlocks, used to be my favorite class, but then in some expansion or other they just felt terrible after the changes and I didn't like them. But I think I need to try my Warlock as well, for sure, before deciding. Although if TBC Classic comes around, I probably will play a Warlock, either a Warlock or a Paladin there. Protodin if I want to tank, Warlock if I want to do DPS. This is the realm where I have all of the like hilariously priced War Beast B 8.1 BOEs. Bunch of items where my TSM settings have gone haywire, and I've just ended up with being the only one across all of the EU realms with these items, so I'm posting them for gold cap.
Victory in the light.
Which is sort of stupid, but hey. You can't post a bunch of worthless crap for gold
Time
cap. What
for
are you
praise
doing?
Allies of the Zandalari. We won't have the power to stop them.
Then we must
A
make
king
allies
is
of our
only as
own.
noble
I
as
must
the causes
prepare
he
my
serves.
ship. Champion.
Alright, let's go buy. Let's go buy some BOEs. I'll be sure to talk about like the
Have I
ideas
got a
behind
deal
why
for
I'm
you?
buying a certain item.
Take
Let's
a
hope we
7th
can find
Legion
any.
vessel along as an escort. Secure base of operations in Kultiris. Our plan must not fail. And please, look after Jaina.
Lady Jaina Proudmoore. We have the Winds of Wisdom, right? Yeah. I gotta get me some more Winds of Wisdom. Rank 2 infinite stars on a caster offhand. Item level 460. I know Infinite Stars is generally one of the best DPS ones, so this one feels like a complete no-brainer. Oh wow. Look at this. Rank 2 Infinite Star and a socket, and it's selling for 400k, 380. So this one should be selling for 300 at least. Not sure how valuable a socket is in terms of gold, like how much people are willing to pay for it. I'm pretty sure versatility is really good for demon hunters. Isn't it? Or am I misremembering? It seems to be a lot of classes running versatility, so this versatility percent, max rank versatility percent increase. Yeah, that's what I thought I remembered from when I read up on Demon Hunter gearing. So that's another easy buy. And I think that's enough. What about this? Ineffable Truth. Is Ineffable Truth good for anyone? It just feels... I guess there probably are some cooldown limited classes. Just feels like raw damage from the procs should be better. Yeah, if it has 75 corruption, that sounds... Oh, max rank Twilight Devastation. Yeah, that's a good one. It's not that good on cloth though. Twilight Devastation is most popular for tanks right now due to like the meme full tank raid build. So it would be significantly better on leather or mail, or leather or plate, I mean. But I think it's still good in like cleave situations for other classes. Although Sunblast will probably weigh in and tell me that I'm wrong, if I am. But yeah, usually for items like that, I just trust region market value, so I'd expect you'll be able to sell that one.
You break it, you buy it.
Maybe even the tanks go full, like... Maybe they don't care about the stats on the item and just want Twilight Devastations. I don't even really know. Seems unlikely though. Let's get to Kultiras. I'm gonna be like 15% into 110 before I even get to
We cannot
Kultiras.
let the world fall to darkness.
Alright, we'll just skip the Kultiran entry quests as well. I don't even know what I'm skipping now. I've done it before, so I'm fine.
Well,
Thanks for the lift, Tay. I'll report to the old man.
Don't worry about the prison break. Here in the market, you're just another traveller. Now let's get you settled in. This ferry connects to stations all along the Sound's interior coast.
Lord Admiral's favour, friend.
You'll need a ferry pass from the harbour master. That won't be a problem.
Feels
the counting
good.
house is under heavy guard
Good day
day
to
and
you.
night. Feel free to store your valuables here.
I have a bunch of...
See
Oh,
you around.
we can bank
Hey
off
there.
almost everything in my
Have a good
inventory.
one. What can I do for you?
I don't need any of this stuff on me. We'll sort through this at some point in the future. Potentially. Or we'll just leave it in the bank forever. I have a bunch of... so many materials. Wow. A clean inventory.
Safe
That's
travels.
interesting. Not often I've had that. Dread leather belt. Well, they used to require blood of Sargeras. That doesn't have a price. Whatever. We're crafting burnished leather, I think. We're crafting a magnificent hide for sure. Hardened magnificent hides. Are those on cooldown? Yeah, those are on cooldown. Magnificent hides aren't though. Alright. Let's go repost this. I still need to finish off my last 3 realms. This always takes longer than I expect. Especially when like today, and I'm doing my
Goblin products.
what's the word? When I'm doing shopping as well. So we are gonna end the stream pretty much once I've been through all of my realms and done a little bit of material flipping. Continued on that.
Need assistance? Off and away. Making a special purchase?
Scrapping. Ooh,
Hey! You have a great day now.
we did it. We scrapped it all. Dark Moon Fair. I need to get all of my alts ready for Shadowlands though. For Shadowlands, I definitely wanna get all of my alts, or as many alts as possible to max level for professions. Quickly. It's definitely something I'll be focusing on specifically. Getting more alts to max and getting more the ability to craft more different items. No sales here either. Today has been really, really underwhelming as far as sales go. Of course, now I remember why everything is taking so long today. I have to cancel my own auctions, which is incredibly slow. You're just doing one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. Looks like I have a little 10 million gold item down at the bottom here as well. There we have it, the Warbeast Hide Kinch that I'm the only one on EU who has, and luckily I have this item on 2 different realms, so I can more effectively manipulate the region market value average. Even though I don't really want to do that. Alright, so we're doing the scan. Now I can send our... it's gonna feel good to level with flying.
Ah, there's my girl. You must be restless being cooped up here all day. Believe me, I know the feeling. We'll fly soon, alright?
Ahoy! Look always to the sea.
Did I screw up the quest now?
Ah, there's my girl.
Yeah, but we're getting there. Footpads of Terrible Delusions with a haste one. There are so few items available on this realm. We're gonna take a chance on that one, just because I want to get some BOEs. What? That's the leech, that's why. A 475. I don't think I want to buy a 475 here though. So we buy the 125 one, that's good. And we get it.
Together we can unify Kultiras. Duty calls.
You'll feel at home here in no time. Now, let's check in with Cyrus.
King Greymane, it is an honor. You are free to remain in the harbor on my authority.
Now we can post stuff. TSM groups, BOE flipping. Footpads of terrible delusions. We'll go ahead and repost.
Sound off for Kultiris.
Catherine
I've
Proudmoore
always
turned
dreamed
us
of
away
adventure.
and had her.
I'm gonna run and refill my water. I'll be right back, guys. Alright. Perfect timing, just in time to repost everything. Oh, yeah, no, never mind. I actually sold some like 101 Legion BOEs the other day. That was very surprising, to say the least. As I don't keep a lot of value these days. How much gold have I spent today? Ooh, 1.5 million it looks like. $1.7 actually. Wow, that was a lot. My eyeballing math was completely off.
Have kept her blind to the infection that is spread throughout our kingdom. The land
Finally,
I love
some
is
action.
falling apart, so I'm asking for your help. Kultiris
Kultiris.
needs the Alliance just as badly as you need us.
I see.
Darkmoon Fair done. Let's hope that we get some sales on some of these rounds at least.
There is strength.
We're now at the point where I don't feel like spending gold.
What's the situation?
Something to report? Never let them see you sweat.
Oh, we got the ferry pass. Congrats me. Let's get into travel form. No. Moonkin form. Can you be Moonkin formed while flying? Yep. Luckily I have the glyph of the stars, so I look cool rather than as a boomkin. Oh, it's in here.
Hey there. Have a good one.
Setting up the portals. Now, let's see what we can do here. If you're averaging, if you're doing 150k per day on Ravencrest, then you're doing something very right. That's not the easiest realm to play on. Oh, we sold a white kitten just as I log on. And I have some bids, so I have some more items coming in. One bid at least. Pretty cool. You can always get some bids with battle pets. So we have at least a little bit of gold coming in here, but nothing amazing. And of course, since this is cancelled scanning, you can't do anything here. Outside of just doing this the slow way. Yeah. Are you doing a lot of farming then, Jaco? Or mostly auction house based stuff? If you're doing 150k off of farming, then that sounds like a lot of... either a lot of time, or you have found some extremely time-efficient farming method. Yeah, just alchemy, yeah. Yeah, you were doing healing potions, right? Just a ton of healing potions.
Sir, the situation report is ready.
Excellent. Hero, Talia will get you up to speed.
Serve with honor.
Alright. Where do we want to start? We start with... Let's do Drust War.
I've trained my whole life for this. We can do this. How can I help? Come back with stories.
What news do you bring?
That's nice, both of you. Both the primal mana and those flipping those healing potions. That's very nice. Wow, socket and rank 2 infinite stars. No wonder that's expensive. It's too thin though. I don't think I wanna buy it, which means that I don't want to buy anything. So we're just gonna go get our stuff from the mailbox. 7,600. Nothing too exciting here either. Today we're like at 100 and just under 200,000 gold in sales today, which might seem like a lot, but I only even repost every other day, so I only check my my auctions every other day.
We are the sons and daughters of the Alliance. Light be with you. When next we meet.
Wait, what?
As one of the Alliance's greatest heroes, you will play a crucial role in achieving victory in this war. The Horde must not succeed in their goal of aligning with the Zandalari. To aid your efforts,
Soldier.
you will have the full support of the Alliance's finest
Our
soldiers.
work has just begun.
7th Le
Yeah, you can in certain markets, if they're not too like if they're not too camped or too many people too active. It's a lot of fun.
Ready for action.
Speak with Jesterath. Grand Admiral Jesterath.
Need help? Safe travel.
A new Horde threat calls for new ordnance. See how this fares out in the field.
This is Zuldazar, the crown jewel of the Zandalari Empire. Attack while they are unprepared and decimate the Horde's newest allies.
Slaying that target will demoralize the Horde soldiers.
You think I can do this? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I'm gonna die here, right? Yeah.
No. You're no good to me, dead. I'll be able to return you.
That's what I thought. Well, yeah, it's one of the highest population Neo realms. Of course, it's going to be extremely popular, extremely populated across every market, essentially. That's a given. Wait, I'm over 1 million on Das Consortium. This was a round that took quite a long time to really get started on.
Slaying that target will demoralize the Horde soldiers. Show them that defeat is inevitable.
So one more round to go. French, Les Sentinelles. Wow, this is up at a high level now. It's interesting. This is the trinket, right? Twisting Wind. I think this was like one that was really good. Gravity matters.
What can I do for you? For the Alliance.
Howling Fear, huh? I guess that's cool. Full moon. A lot of fear. I have like no idea what I should be doing DPS wise. Is this still a... Yeah, that's still a cleave ability.
Decisive strike, hero. The Horde's loss was assured the moment you arrived.
Pterodax repelled. Cool, that's easy. Hey Dreadful, hey Jack, how are you doing? Maybe get Hakili. Hey Gwilym as well, welcome. You guys are all just coming in at the end here. I'm not gonna be streaming for too much longer.
The winds guide
I have
you.
to. Ooh, we have another. Ooh, nice, a crawling crawl. That's a 67,000 gold coming straight up. Off of a bid yet again. Selling battle pets with bids is so overpowered. Well, I don't know how to play a druid at all at the moment. I'm considering going with the druid for Shadowlands. So I'm leveling it to 120 to get a feel for it. So I have essentially no idea what I'm doing, yes. Just noobing around.
I need to get closer.
Which can be a lot of fun. Alright, Anthony. Glad to have you here. Yeah, I've played... I don't have anything against retail personally. I'm not a classic snob that a lot of classic players are. I like both versions of the game. Alright. Well, it looks like we have two very strong candidates right at the top here. Versatility for plate with a socket. Seems pretty good. Mastery for plate. It's apparently, you know, it's just probably just the item. Wait, what? Leech and versatility proc. What is going on here? Why is this getting posted for 2 million gold when I bought it for 70,000? What the hell? This is gonna be another one like gets eventually posted for gold cap because it's a really weird combination of things. Whatever. Let's take a look at these leggings here. And rank 1 infinite star. So this one's probably a clear buy, to be honest. I'm gonna take a chance and buy this one as well. The socket is nice. You don't see the ranks specifically, but you can know the ranks because you can. Let me see if I can find. Well, I'll show you once we have them from the mailbox because I don't think I have any corrupted ones in my inventory. We can. Let me see if we have one here, right? So you can see that this Gauntlets of Nightmare Manifest right here, they have plus 75 corruption. So I know that Infinite Star comes in 3 ranks, and the highest rank is 75 corruption. So I know that this is rank 3. Rank 2 has 50 corruption, and rank 1 has like 25 or 20. You could also look at like the numbers on the equip text, but that's a lot harder to read at a glance. Just look at the amount of corruption and the corruption type, and then you can know. And as Sunblast said, there's probably also an add-on for doing this more easily. Because it's different for other corruptions. Like for the Mindflay corruption, I don't remember what the highest rank is. For these proc corruptions, I think actually 20 corruption is the top one. And then you have the haste. No, the 35 is the top one there. 35 corruption. Let's just finish cancelling all these auctions.
Well met.
I hate cancelling. I hate cancelling so badly. On the old auction house, at the old auction house it worked, they could at least batch cancels. So you could just scroll your mouse wheel for 10 seconds and then go do something else. Can't do that anymore.
The Earth Mother.
I mean, probably it's good that they don't like heavily incentivize reposting too much, but it's pretty annoying when you have to, or when you're better off canceling. And no sales at all. Oof. This has been an expensive day, guys. Spent a lot of gold, did not make a lot of gold today. No, you had to click. You had to scroll. You still had to scroll through them, but yeah, you could. It was much faster because it worked the same way that post scans used to as well, where they would just batch up your input in some way. But that doesn't work with the new auction house and the API for the new auction house. So today I spent 2 million gold on BOEs and I made 188k.
What brings you here?
That's a deep hole, guys. And wow, these assault quests. I'm level 111 already. I've barely done anything. It's gonna go quickly. This Winds of Wisdom buff is off the charts.
Slaying that target will demoralize the Horde soldiers. Show them that defeat is inevitable. Slaying that target will demoralize the Horde soldiers.
Thank you for the follow. Awesome 1849. Really appreciate it.
A decisive strike, hero. The Horde's loss was...
Oh yeah, probably. I haven't looked. I haven't really kept my Twitch up to date in a long while. Let's go fix that. Because I semi-quit streaming for a while after we moved houses. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna yeah, I'm probably just let's turn off the echo and just remove the panel completely. And I'll add it eventually. Remove. Also gonna remove this one. Alright. Thanks for letting me know, Anthony. Oh yeah, the gem. That's actually something that I made a decent amount of gold with. Or made some gold with in BfA, is crafting the level 111 uncommon jewel crafting rings. And why is this a good idea? Well, for the very obvious reasons that you
A squad of our soldiers has been waylaid by some slimy horde good-for-nothings.
you can get the
Get in there!
5%. It's a guaranteed socket at level 111, so you can get the experience gem right away if you don't have sockets in your gear, which you might not. I actually do have sockets already, so I can just get it. Do I have the... Let's get the Brutosaur onto the action bar here. And go by it. I mean, this is gonna be so OP when I do gold making in Shadowlands. Maybe it gets broken by combat.
Bring it to me.
What the hell? What the hell? It's level 120 mob.
You not be dreaming now, man.
What the hell? Why are there suddenly level 120 mobs here? Oh, let's get into Moonkin form. You don't have any buffs to cast on yourself in this game, right? That's just classic, where they have stuff like that. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm 100% going to die. Yes, Scallion, that is correct. This is not the high-level gameplay I know you're all accustomed to seeing from me. The PvE god, literal leveling god. No, this is... I have... Stuck on the tank. Can I get quest progress by just like standing next to it? Maybe I can kill this guy now. Yeah. Let's get this done. Now, for the record, I am a very good classic player. Not a very good classic player. I do have some 99 percentile parses on my rogue. Oh god, it's the... It's the 120 mob. Why? Why, Blizzard? Why? Why would you do this? Are you putting a quest that... Why am I getting world quests at 110? And then there is one mob here that doesn't scale. So I'm just getting slaughtered. What the hell? And let's turn on the kin form. Actually, let's heal ourselves. Swift man. Do you have regrowth? Yeah, I have it bound actually.
I can't tell if those mangy orcs smell worse, dead or alive.
We have struck at their army, but we must cut deeper to truly wound.
This feels better. And the full moon to slam them into the ground. Boom. What the hell? 6,700 XP. I just dinged. I just dinged, guys. Not even doing anything.
A new horde threat calls for new ordnance. See how this fares out in the field.
Fresh Ravasaur bits. Right, so just slaughter Ravasaurs then. I feel like I'm almost getting the hang of this. I mean, I'm probably not doing this optimally, but at least I'm doing something that resembles a rotation. Whee! We're all dead. We're gonna do this world quest and then gotta do the last bit of flipping. Did I just finish posting? No. Let's finish posting here. Mythic leveling, yeah, mythic leveling. I'm sure with these skills that I'm developing by just randomly casting stuff on mobs, I'll be mythic raider ready in no time. I just have to spec Guardian and get some Twilight Devastation gear. And then I'll be good to go. At least that's how I understand it works. Alright, Scallion, thanks for stopping by. I'll probably be done just about then. So have a good night. Now that I have like something, I mean, I'm not doing anything optimally, but at least I'm using generally using it, generating and utilizing
body
stuff.
count and a fine demonstration of that equipment's potential. Right, now I can continue on this quest potentially. But we're gonna close this one because we're done with the banker account. So we hit 111. I'm gonna just fly over here and we're gonna finish the assault.
I have much to teach you.
And then we're gonna go flip some materials and BOEs, consumables.
The void
yes, Scallion, good luck
dangerous ally,
with the BOEs.
We must make use
as always with BOEs, you'll often have to wait a little while before you get sales. So just keep posting. This is slow. Guess I should like tank up a bunch more of them. Let's round up some more. So let's hit these guys. Come on. Now we're cooking. Now we're getting there. This is way more like it. Holy shit. We did it. Mighty Anja. I like playing your role playing as like a raid boss with this. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Stonks. That's correct, Seth. Stonks 100.
You have done
Did it.
I will break the ritual.
We defeated the Horde.
Must always use caution when consorting with powers.
Congrats me.
All paths are possible. The Rendori shall prove our worth.
Where do you turn this in though?
Greetings, traveler.
Assault. Okay, and Borealis. That makes sense. Probably have to... Hopefully I can go straight back to Borealis. And just go turn that in. Stuffling buff is really something else, man. Yeah, the question is, can I just go back, or do I need to actually do part of the Foothold questline? Not gonna bother with cinematics.
You need something? See you later.
Great to meet you.
Well, I can't fly. Back.
What's on your mind? What's your
I guess there's
plan?
an NPC down by the water or something then.
Safe travel.
Of course I didn't get a... Wait, Greyfang Enclave? So many quests. Oh, come on. Who do you think you are, man?
I need a target.
good one.
Greyfang Enclave. That's in... That's not gonna help us at all. It's in Dalaran. It's in Dalaran. Whatever. Actually, we're just gonna log out and go check the auction house. So, Bunny Demon. My old Legion 101 twink. Let's see if I've generated any cool material or and/or consumable sales. So once I've reposted here, that's going to be the end for tonight, guys. So now is the time for any last-minute questions, and we'll be good to go. Well, what do you know? Holy crap. I just crushed my own record. Whew. Boom. 4696. Huh. Sold all my Nashers. That's nice. Haunting Spirits. Sold some more Kraken's Eyes. That's very nice. Trilliumore. Fellar and Bars. There are some nice profit margins here. Yeah, look at that. It depends. Generally, it's not the fastest market. Scallion, so it can take anywhere from a day to 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But wow, some of these old world markets. What about Nashers? I have to check those in the resale summary, most likely. Revenue, resale. Everything is in the green. Nashers, 5 gold each, 1400 of them. How much does a submarine cost? Well, you'd have to ask the submarine salesman, Jack.
Have anything ancient to trade?
But
Needs
yeah,
to be
this
at
is...
least 2 centuries old.
There are some good items here. So let's see if we can find some BfA materials. But 40,000, wow. The biggest mailbox I've had so far in this like flipping experiment is 20,000. So we just doubled that after a couple of flat days essentially. So that's extremely good. Gonna be exciting to see how much we end up with in auction house value if once I find something to reinvest this 40,000 gold in. So for those of you unfamiliar with what this experiment is, I started with 100,000 gold on this character. And I've just been doing material flipping, and I've added some old world materials and some old world consumables as well. And the idea is to find a setup that you can just use without having to think about it. You just buy when it's below your maximum price and you repost, and that's it. So I've been logging in once a day to just gather up everything from the mailbox, do 1 shopping scan and 1 auctioning scan, and that's it. And well, right now I have 44,000 gold on me, and I have a bunch of stuff left over. That is worth some amount of gold. I think we just have to buy this just to drive the price up a little bit. Questionable meat. Someone is trying to fool people into posting below their price, it seems like. I'm just gonna buy those. It's so few it almost doesn't matter. Siren's Pollen. Honestly, I think we're gonna buy all of this. Yeah, we're gonna buy all of that. Mist Scale, no, we haven't sold any of those. Stringy Line, I don't feel it's worth the inventory space. Terragard purchase, yeah, I'll take a shot on some purchase. They're not too expensive. Alright, so that's it. So now we have to hope that the old world group delivers. We probably have to add more old world stuff. Thank you for the follow, Athos87, really appreciate it. Let's see what we can find here. I don't think I want to buy too many of these old world consumables. Even though I've sold a couple of them for like ridiculous profits. Yeah, prices are not stable at all for some of these items. Someone is just farming a ton of Eternal Earth. So I guess I have to go look at some other items. Black Trillium ore. So I already made some decent gold with that. Haunting Spirits. Pretty good. Black Trillium ore. Yeah, I'll take it. Since I don't have anything else here. So, let's see what items we want to look at. We want to look at Corium ore. And Corium bars. Like buying everything up to here would be pretty cool. But I feel like it's a little too all-in-y. Well, yeah, that could very well be the case, Jack. Of course, you're probably buying from crafters. You can still make gold flipping consumables. I've sold, but I'm not going to buy more of those Draenic flasks, even though it's something that Billy's has had a lot of success with. And hey, Claudic, how are you doing today? So which items do I want to look for instead? We want to take a look at Pyrium. Not Empyreum, Pyrium bars. Alright, they're expensive. So they are useless. And then we want to take a look at Titan Steel. Probably titanium as well. We just want to take a look at the bar. Titan Steel bar. Huh. Hey, look at this. Look at this. We have to buy these three. We have to. It's just 3. Yeah, we got them. Cool. Titanium bar. Yeah, I'm gonna check out more of these Lich King materials for sure, Jack. Titanium, Saronite. Let's see what Saronite bars look like. 40 gold each, but they're someone is controlling this market fairly well. What about Saronite ore? I'm just sort of ad hoc. Yeah, look at this, look at this. All of this ore is cheaper than... Look at this guy. Look at this guy. It's called Misclicker or something. And he's posting them for 69,420 for 1 Saronite ore. Yeah, it's still slightly cheaper because the bars were going for 40 each. So this is slightly cheaper. So we're actually gonna... I'm gonna take a chance and buy most of these. I'm not gonna be the victim of misclicker. Let's try not to be that. But yeah, TBC items, they've been doing pretty well. I just sold a bunch of fell iron bars for twice what I paid for them. So I have 60 left over and I've already made 1,000 gold. Pretty good. The biggest issue is that there are just way too many items. What's the one? The albino, the cave fish. Is that Miss Clicker's relative? With a 66k albino cavefish. But they weren't cheap enough. So of course I want to target items that go into some of the relevant value chains. Some of the relevant items that people still craft. Oh wow, Golden Lotus has 30 of those. Easy buy. Ghost Iron is also a candidate, of course. Both the ore and the bars. We're gonna take a chance and buy some Ghost Iron ore here. I find it interesting that Ghost Iron went down in price significantly around the time BfA launched. Not too interested. There's too much volume. I can't drive the price up. So I'd have to wait a long time. But people go through a lot of Ghost Iron. But yeah. What are some other things we can take a look at here? Exotic leather. This was like Gumdrops was the king of exotic leather. Miss Clicker's here with another 69 420. Very consistent pricing. And Akionton. He also had another 66k. He had that on the albino cavefish as well. So and there's even one with a 500k misclick button. That's pretty funny. Not gonna lie. Essence of water. What are these like super old school things? 50 gold. I don't know if they're used for anything anymore though, so I haven't been able to spend enough gold yet. Let's take a look at Greater Flask. What about Battle Scarred Augment? It's Battle Scarred, right? Yeah, we can buy a couple of Battle Scarred Augment runes here. We'll take a chance on a couple. Nice, Cloric. Then you're well on track to getting it before what's it called? Before the pre-patch. You'll get it in time, with most likely no issues at all. There are too many different items to check for. I'm just trying to remember like which old world materials were hard to get. There's something like adamantite or adamantite, yeah. Would you look at that? That's quite the discrepancy you have there. That's some cheap ass ore. And look at them, they're back at it. Alright, so we buy some adamantite ore. The only question is how much do I want to get stuck with? Preferably not that much. Alright, so we're gonna have to take a look at I'm gonna have to borrow some ideas from Billy Sonexia, which is who put me onto some of this in the first place, and see if there are any specific items that he's had success with that I should look into. So, Devil Sword Leather. That's a good idea. Yeah, sure, we'll buy it all. Fell Slate, huh? The old Legion ore, eh? Too expensive. What other cool stuff has he done from old expansions? He's doing a bunch of drums. Drums of the Mountain. Evening, HRC, Kazumi. Yep. Buyout. We're taking a chance here. Thank you for the follow, HRC Kasumi. Really appreciate it. Okay, so I think we're getting there. Ember Silk Cloth, that's also a good, that's a good one. Probably do Hypnotic Dust if that also still exists. Yeah, that's an easy flip. Not a lot of gold I was able to spend though, but still. Hypnotic Dust for the Ember Weave bags. Yeah, that used to be a very nice intro shuffle, and it probably still is, looking at these prices. It looks like I want to take a look at some of the foods. Abyssal. Yeah, Abyssal fried rissorol. No, that didn't work yet. What about biltong? Look at this. This is a perfect flipping opportunity. 10 gold. I don't have the gold though. You'd have to buy it all. That's a pretty good opportunity. Actually, I might buy a couple here. What is biltong? Versatility. That's one of the good ones. We'll do 200 here. Actually, we'll do 300. Let's take a risk.
If you find anything exotic,
and that's going to be enough.
bring
That's
it
going to be enough. So now we just have to write down how much gold I spent, which was a lot of gold. $4,001 plus 2. Wow, this is a lot of stuff. I haven't bought this much stuff on this experiment so far, except for maybe the first day, but I end up just buying like a lot of very few materials. I ended up, so 41k. We spent almost as much gold as we made. So now I have to add some more groups here.
Inventory is full.
Oof, stacks of 20 for all these drums, huh? That's hilarious. Consumable, Drums of the Mountain, Superior Battle Potion, Battle Scarred Augment Rune. Cool, or Adamantite. Ghost Iron. I'm just slowly what's the word? Slowly making this into a full set. Titan steel. Herbs. Gold. Golden lotus. And we need a leather grip. And sword leather. Boom.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be
Select
at
all
least
groups.
2 centuries old.
Right now I'm trying to make gold with material and consumable flipping. So I've just bought a bunch of materials and consumables, ended up buying a bunch of new ones, and now we're reposting them all. I started with 100,000 gold about 29 days ago. And we'll see how much stuff I have on the auction house in a little bit. I can tell you right now that it's a lot more than I started with.
If you find anything
So let's just hope, hope we sell it. That's a lot of biltong.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
I have, as you can see here, I have both BfA items like slimy mackerels, like calcified bones, coarse leather, and a bunch of old world materials. I'm doing everything.
If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
And what is it I have here? Biltong. Cloth. I've mostly done BfA stuff, but I've started adding expansion or older expansion stuff now.
Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
Biltong. Select all groups and run again. And we have the Ember Silk Cloth as well. 323,000. Alright. That's pretty nice increase since the last time. So that's pretty cool. So this is how this this experiment has gone. And what's very interesting is this day right here, which is when my auction house value spiked up. And this was when I started adding old world materials and old world consumables from older expansions than BfA. And apparently that just exploded my auction house value. My liquid gold hasn't really changed. I just buy down to 0 or down to a low amount every day. My total auction house value has been going up. I'm now generated 284,000 gold in sales, but I don't have a lot of profit left over, since I can easily spend everything. So we'll see. This is definitely working out, it seems, but it's slow, and you're gonna take a long while to make back your initial investment in terms of getting it back into gold. Because the moment you stop buying, then it's gonna slow down significantly. Any method like this, because then you'll just get sales, and you'll get fewer and fewer different items on the auction house, and that's gonna drive down your sale amounts quite significantly. So I'm not sure if you can even scale this to anything. We'll see. Thank you for the follow, Labinak85. Guys, that's gonna be the end. I actually ended up streaming longer than I said I would. I was gonna really call it an hour ago, but when you're having fun, you're having fun. So I hope you enjoyed staying with me this Tuesday evening. If you're interested in more gold making content, then make sure you're following the stream. I'll be live again on Thursday, same time slot. Will be a bit of classic raiding and then probably some leveling after that if I have time. If you just want to read about gold making, then it's thelazygoldmaker.com. And yeah, definitely rather aim for BOE flipping. That's definitely a better market to really get rich with. This is just an experiment to make sure, or to see if I can find a way to make this work. And it looks like it's possible. So, but yeah, I really appreciated everyone who was here today. Thank you so much for following, and we'll be live again on Thursday for more gold making talk and World of Warcraft, exciting World of Warcraft game play. Same time, same Goblin channel. Yeah, that's right, Anthony. So have a good night, guys, and I'll see you. Goodbye.